What does this mean? Surely this Catholic woman is Princess Antigone. Why should she be taken?
Here's the one who did it. We caught her in the very act of burying him. Where's Creon?
Just coming from the house.
What has happened? Why have you come back so soon?
Oh, King, a man should never be too sure of anything. I would have sworn that you'd not seen me here again. Your anger frightened me so, and the things you threatened me with. But how could I tell that I'd be able to solve the case so soon? No dice throwing this time. I was only too glad to come. Here is this woman. She is the guilty one. We found her trying to bury him. Take her then. Question her. Judge her as you will. I am through with the whole thing now, and glad of it.
But this is Antigone. Why have you brought her here?
She was burying him, I tell you.
Is this the truth?
I saw her with my own eyes. Can I say more?
The details. Tell me quickly.
It was like this. After those terrible threats of yours, King, we went back and brushed the dust away from the body. The flesh was soft by now, and stinking, so we sat on a hill to windward and kept guard. No napping happened until the white, round sun whirled in the center of the round sky over us. Then, suddenly, a storm of dust roared up from the earth, and the sky went out. The plain vanished with all its trees in the stinging dark. We closed our eyes and endured it. The whirlwind lasted a long time, but it passed. And then we looked, and there was Antigone. I have seen a mother bird come back to a stripped nest, heard her crying bitterly a broken note or two for the young one stolen. Just so, when this girl found the bare corpse, and all her love's work wasted, she wept and cried on heaven to damn the hands that had done this thing. And then she brought more dust and sprinkled wine 3 times for her brother's ghost. We ran and took her at once. She was not afraid, not even when we charged her with what she had done. She denied nothing. And this was a comfort to me and some uneasiness, for it is a good thing to escape from death, but it is no great pleasure to bring death to a friend. Yet I always say, there is nothing so comfortable as your own safe skin.
You, Antigone, you with your head hanging. Do you confess this thing?
I do. I deny nothing.
You may go. Tell me quickly. Had you heard my proclamation touching this matter?
It was public. Can I help hearing it?
And yet you dared defy the law.
I dared. It was not God's proclamation. That final justice that rules the world below us makes no such laws. Your edict, King, was strong, but all your strength is weakness against itself. The immortal, unrecorded laws of God. They are not merely now, they were and shall be, operative forever, beyond man utterly. I knew I must die, even without your decree. I am only mortal, and now if I must die, before it is my time to die, surely that can be no hardship. How can anyone, living as I live, with death all around me, think death less than a friend? This death of mine is of no importance, but if I had let my brother, lying in death unburied, I should have suffered. Now I do not. You smile at me. Creon, think me a fool, if you like, but it may well be a fool that convicts me of folly.
Like father, like daughter, both headstrong, deaf to reason. She has never learned to yield.
She has much to learn. The inflexible heart breaks first, the toughest iron cracks first, and the wildest horses bend their necks at the pull of the smallest curb. Pride in a slave, this girl is guilty of double insolence, breaking the given laws and boasting of it. Who is the man here? She or I, if this crime goes unpunished? Sister's child, or more than sister's child, or closer yet in blood. She and her sister win bitter death for this. Go, some of you. Arrest Ismene. I accuse her equally. Bring her, and you will find her sniffling in the house there. Her mind's a traitor. Crimes kept in the dark cry for light, and the guardian brain shudders. But how much worse than this is brazen boasting of barefaced anarchy.
Creon, what more do you want than my death?
Nothing. That gives me everything.
And I beg of you, kill me. This talking is a great weariness. Your words are distasteful to me, and I'm sure that mine seem so to you. But they should not seem so. I should have praise and honor for what I have done. All of these men would honor me, were their lips not frozen shut with fear from you. Ah, the good fortune of kings, licensed to say and do whatever they please.
You were alone here in that opinion.
No, they are with me, but they keep their tongues in leash.
Maybe, but you are guilty, and they are not.
There is no guilt in reverence for the dead.
But Eteocles, was he not your brother too?
My brother too.
And you insult his memory.
The dead man would not say that I insult him.
He would, for you honor a traitor as much as him.
His own brother, traitor, are not equal in blood.
He made war on his country. Eteocles defended it.
Nevertheless, there are honors to all the dead.
Not the same for the wicked as the just.
Creon, which of us is to say what the gods hold wicked?
An enemy is an enemy, even dead.
It is my nature to join in love.
Go find it then. If you must have your love, find it in hell.
But see, Ismene comes. Those tears are sisters. cloud that shadows her eyes knows not a gentle sorrow.
You too, Ismene. Snake in my ordered house, sucking my blood stealthily. And all this time I never knew that these two sisters were aiming at my throne. Ismene, do you confess your part in this crime or deny it? Answer me.
Yes, if she will let me say so, I am guilty. No, Ismene, you have no right to say so. You would not help me, and I will not have you help me. But now I know what you meant. I am here to join you, to take share in the punishment. The dead man and the gods who rule the dead know whose act this was. Words are not friends. Do you refuse me, Antigone? I want to die with you. I too have a duty that I must discharge to the dead. You shall not lessen my death by sharing it. But what do I care for life when you are dead? Ask Creon, you're always hanging on his opinions. You are laughing at me. Why, Antigone? It is a joyless laughter, Ismene. But can I do nothing? Yes, save yourself. I shall not envy you. There are those who will praise you. I shall have honor too. But we are equally guilty. No more, Ismene. You are alive, but I belong to death.
Gentlemen, I beg you to observe these girls. One has just lost her mind, but the other, it seems, has never had a mind at all.
Grief teaches the steadiest minds to waver, King.
Yours certainly did, when you assumed guilt with the guilty.
But how could I go on living without her?
You are. She is already dead.
But your son's bride!
There are places enough for him to push his plow. I want no wicked women for my sons.
Oh, Haman, how your father wrongs you.
I've had enough of your childish talk of marriage.
Do you really intend to steal this girl from your son?
No, death will do that for me.
Then she must die.
You dazzle me. But enough of this talk. You there, take them away and guard them closely, for they are but women, and even brave men run when they see death coming.
Fortunate is the man who has never tasted God's vengeance. Where once the anger of heaven has struck, that house is shaken forever. Damnation rises behind each child like a wave cresting out of the black northeast. When the long darkness under the sea roars up and bursts, drumming death upon the wind-whipped sand. I have seen this gathering sorrow from time long past loom upon Oedipus's children, generation from generation. It takes the compulsive rage of the enemy god. So lately this last flower of Oedipus's line drank the sunlight, but now a passionate word and a handful of dust have closed up all its beauty. What mortal arrogance transcends the wrath of Zeus? Sleep cannot lull him, nor the effortless long months of timeless gods, but he is young forever, and his house is the shining day of high Olympus. All that is and shall be, and all the past is his. No pride on earth is free of the curse of heaven. The strange dreams of men may bring them ghosts of joy, but as they drowse, the walking embers burn them, or they walk with fixed eyes as blind men walk. But the ancient wisdom speaks for our own time. Fate works most for woe, with folly's fairest show. Man's little pleasure is the spring of sorrow.